Alright, so tonight I am playing more, well, today rather, it's the middle of the day, I am playing more Satisfactory. Cool new stuff that I got off stream. For starters, the zipline tool, which lets me do, well, that wasn't a good example. It lets me go on power lines and traverse them, like so. Which is handy when you have a very sprawled out base like I do. So for example, if we wanted to quickly get down to this power station, see if we can find a wire. There's one. We could just do this and not take any fall damage. This is with the new Catarium, I think it's pronounced. The new Catarium research tree. And this is actually a very early game traversal tool that you can get, and it really makes getting around the factory handy and nice. Especially since you can just where is it? You can just set up a power line anywhere and then go like this. And now I don't have to ladder because I can just take my power line that I just made to get up there. I've placed this one a little bit clunky. But if I knew what I was doing, you could see how it would work. I also finally got Jetpack, you can see there in the bottom left corner. And I'm going to go over real quick how I got unstuck on that. But basically I had to get my oil pipeline working so that I could make the necessary plastics to create said Jetpack. I did that off stream because I wasn't feeling jazzed about streaming this while I was stuck. But if we back up to, when was it? I have these production facilities here that are trying to turn oil into plastic and rubber. And this is how the pipeline looks. It has stretched all the way across the land, way over there. And it gets to this point. You can see the pipe is full. But after here, suddenly there is no oil, and I don't know why. I still don't know why, even having solved the problem. Because I have a pump right here, and it says we're well within the capabilities of this pump to get this oil all the way up there. But for some reason it doesn't work. It just doesn't. We're getting barely any flow. We're getting barely anything feeding these machines. And the solution ended up being very stupid. So I take this pipeline support out. I take this pipe out. And let's just see here. Pipeline, build mode, vertical, which just changes the shape of the pipe. It shouldn't change the functionality. And then we just pop it right in there. I don't know why this version came out uglier than what I have on my future save. But now, here comes the oil. It's coming in just fine. Not as well as it did for my last version of the fix. Maybe the pipeline shape is more important than I realized. Bottom line, fluid in this game is a little bit screwy. Try that. This is the same fix I have on my latest save, and it works there. I'm not sure why it's not working here. So yeah, I still understand why the fix on my latest save worked, because I'm now failing to duplicate it here. Flow rate. I'm never going to understand how fluids work in this game. I think what I'm going to do next time is just not put my oil refinery on the third goddamn floor of my factory. I'm going to do liquids at ground level so I don't have to deal with this nonsense. Because all this elevation I'm trying to span just makes it a lot more difficult to deal with an already fussy fluid system. But if we go back to my latest save, you can see that the working version looks pretty much the same as that version I just made, which is not working. So I fail to understand why the change I made fixed it. And I'm just not going to mess with it because I don't want to mess it up again. Yeah, the working version that I have is like this, where all it does is it's taking from that pump and it's going right into the facility. And for some reason that flows great. I don't know why. Okay. Anyway, if I get my notes open real quick, documents, desktop, gaming notes, Satisfactory. The next thing we're working on is over here. So this this raw material, this heavy oil residue, is a byproduct of my plastic production. Rubber and plastic have this oil residue as a secondary product, and I'm processing that into fuel, which is good news because my power system is all screwy. Like you can see here, this orange line is the power consumed, and this gray line is the power produced, and for some reason they're all over the goddamn map, which is causing me to periodically have power brownouts, which I've band-aided for now by adding a bunch of power storage, just a bunch of big batteries that has enough power to run my factory for like half an hour. So if I have a momentary brownout, it's not the end of the world. But as I continue to scale, I'm going to lean more and more on that power storage. It's going to become more and more of a problem. So I need to make more power facilities. And I was looking at my coal. My coal is all using Mach 1 miners. So once I upgrade those to Mark 2, that will double how much coal I'm getting, and I can make, like, I think it was 24 more coal plants, which will give me more than double the power I have currently. But more urgently is all this fuel I've got. Like, look at all this. If I put some of the extra back that I'm holding, like, it's a lot of fuel. The heavy oil residue is producing fuel faster than I can use it, because right now I'm only using it for my jetpack, and I could potentially start putting some in my truck. But this is basically getting produced so fast that this box fills up, and then all of my plastic shuts down because it has nowhere to put the fuel that it's making. So what I'm going to do is I need to research the fuel burning power plant to use up the excess fuel. But in the short term, let's just do this so that my facility doesn't back up. We're going to just stash the extra. Like so. That way we have 2 boxes instead of 1. So that the plastic doesn't get stopped. But what we're going to do is this expanded power infrastructure in the upper right hand corner needs to be built so that I can start making fuel generators to burn extra fuel. What I need to do is create 100 computers and 50 heavy modular frames, which those are the only 2 in this recipe that matter, because the other 2 I already have. The encased beams and the rubber. Oh, very gassy from the spicy lunch I had. But these 2 are kind of a pain in the ass because they each require 4 ingredients. Checking how much commonality there is. Almost none. They really only share the screws, which are annoying because I have to make more constructors for those. So these can just be 2 separate facilities. I started this kind of temporary placement here, which is like bad and I need to fix it. So I'm just gonna like delete all this junk real quick. But I'm gonna try and make something that's not permanent, but at least less thrown together. So let's get rid of these extraneous power poles. We'll figure out where we want to put power poles in a minute. This one's actually part of the system now. Is that lined up? Kinda. Let's actually line that up better. This is gonna bother me if I don't. Nope. Oh, good lord. There we go. Now... this can go to here, can go to here. That's nice and squared off. So we're going to build a manufacturer over here, which is a constructing machine that takes 4 inputs. I don't think I'm going to do anything with this area, so that can just be where the output goes. So let's get our production machine, manufacturer. These are some big honking machines. This factory's getting like messier the longer I play with it, so I'm going to eventually just make a whole new facility. But I am in no mood to start over right now, so we're just seeing how much we can fit in here. If we do it like that. That's a fair bit of clearance. I wouldn't be able to mush it behind here because of how these things are shaped. Although some of this is temporary and can go away once we empty out this tank. That tank's empty. So let's toss it. What's in here? That tank is mostly empty. This one is empty now, so I can actually... That's still got stuff in the buffer. I can actually start making this a little bit more space efficient. And this can just be a direct connection. Into the fuel production there. Actually, I could move this over. Just move this whole production over real quick. This is making packages. This is accepting fuel. This is storing fuel. Alright. Just get all this junk out of the way. Excuse me, please move. Some of these things aren't fitting my inventory, which is why they're ending up in boxes on the ground. Okay, move that, don't need that, don't need this. Alright, so now we have just these two fuel buffers here. And let's get, what is it, a packager. I'll go right here. And then let me get into vertical construction mode. Put that right there. And this is going to make packaged fuel. And it needs power, of course. That's doing its thing again. And let's move these boxes over. Okay. Oh, floating box. Can I fit boxes here? Will they fit? If it just goes right there, will this line up? Needs to be back one more. Like, excuse me, like that. Okay. That really couldn't be closer? Like, what? No, we're gonna try that again. See how this goes. I've got to, like, get some of these boxes under control, though, because they are now everywhere. What a mess. Alright, temporary storage. Dump a bunch of this fuel that I don't need in my inventory. I actually have inventory space again. Now I can pick up all these boxes. Gosh, it's getting to be such a mess. That's not all gonna fit. I'm gonna dump all this extra into an awesome sink to get rid of it because I do not need this much fuel. I really don't. Have all of that. This is full already. Okay, so I'll just here. That. Alright, are all the boxes out of the way? No, there's a floating box still. Alright, now we're cleaned up. Move this. Now let's just do this real quick. We want... You really can't place there? What's your problem? How is that an invalid shape? Oh, lag. What if I just put it like... That's not gonna work. Just gonna see how this goes. Nope. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to put one more like... Nope, that's not it. Just fussy construction. Alright, that'll do it. We want it right here. That should line up now. Alright, I can stash all this extra fuel I don't want to be carrying. Don't think I have any other packaged fuel on me. No, okay. And then let's just do a couple of these. And we're just gonna get a lift in there to connect it. That didn't connect proper. Try again. There we go. Now we got 2 containers worth. And we got this container over here, which I can't fully hold, but whatever. I'm gonna keep like 300 of these on my person. Or maybe 1 row's worth. I want to save some space in the actual box. But I still need to pick up that other box over there, so let's dump all of it. Let's just make a personal storage chest real quick. It's a more compact way to do this. You can't feed. Or not a storage tab. Is it under logistics? No, or organizations, what it was. You can't feed a belt into a personal storage box, but it's much, much smaller, so just throw one right here and throw all this excess fuel into it for later. I don't have to carry a ton on my person or leave it all in these big boxes that are conveyor belt fed. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna keep like 300 units on my person. The rest can live in here for all I care. And that's it. We're done fussing with that. I do need to reinstall the packaging constructor because it needs those to proceed. Let's just pull this up real quick. Don't need that belt. Don't need that belt. Let's just make a constructor right here. The personal storage box that I just placed is in the way, because of course it is. Try this again. I'm gonna put it on this side where I can't do anything with it anyway. Yeah, because nothing's coming out of that output. Wish you could just pick up and move a storage box. Like maybe it just kills your move speed, that way you can't abuse it to have tons of extra inventory slots. But like just being able to pick a box up and move it to another spot so it's not a huge pain in your butt would be nice. Anyway, let's try and get that constructor down again. I want it right here. What is blocking me? What is blocking me? The boxes are blocking me? Or no, it's this power pole is blocking me. Okay. Okay. Well, right now this power pole is only connecting to one thing, and it's... Right? There's only one connection? Let me check that. Yeah, it's only connected to one thing, so it can go. And we will just connect directly to that thing. And now I can put my constructor where I keep trying to. Is right here. And we can get our conveyor belt back up. I need double check that. Packaging. This is going to make up to 60 per minute. Yeah, which a Mark 1 belt can handle. This only needs 40 per minute, so it should be fine. Get the rest of those out of my inventory. So this just needs to be fed plastic and electricity. Power that real quick. And then we'll get the plastic belt over here. How much plastic does it need? Like 30 per minute? 30 per minute, so Mark 1 belt still suffices. God damn it. Alright, get this to here. That's mostly right angles, right? And there we are. We're back in business. That's a bit more space efficient now. Do I even need a pump for this? This should just work, right? We're not rising more than 10 meters, so I think the 10 meter head lift from this should just do it. Are you working? Are you working? Okay, yeah. Here comes the packages now. Alright, so fuel production and packaging is back up and running and more compact than ever, so get this manufacturer better positioned. I put it all the way back here. Cool, cool, cool. What about right? Nope, that's too far. Where do I actually want this thing? I want to just be able to have a box in back here. Will a box fit back here? Yes or no? Kind of. Not gonna fit well. What I could do... first of all, how... Ooh, yeah, that super doesn't fit. Could I build this one more outward? That might fit if I do a right angle using a lift. Not gonna fit like that. What if we were to use industrial storage? I thought industrial storage was supposed to have a second floor entrance. Doesn't it have two inputs? It does, right? Yeah, it has two. Okay. So we put this as far back as we can. Okay, so now we just... How many is this going to produce per... Not many, so yeah, a Mark 1 for everything should be fine. That lets us make a right angle, very nice. How does this still not connect? Are you kidding me? It's such... No, it is such a slight shape. Can you just... For real though? Even if I try different building modes? Really? It's cause this distance. Okay, let's try this instead. Instead of letting it auto-select that distance, let's try... this looks like it's also not going to work. That's worth a shot. Ah, belts. Okay. Can I build this one space more to the right? Just to expand my goddamn foundations already. Being stubborn. I want to work within my existing factory footprint. Yeah, we're just going to expand this foundations because lazy. This is all rather temporary anyway. In which case I might not even need a lift. I'm putting it over here. Works for me. God, that's so ugly though. Let me see. I have an idea. We can cheese the system. This is where I was trying to put it, right? And that. Are you serious? Doesn't quite work. Can I not move it back just a little? Okay, yes, that works. Now we can just delete these again because there's no real gravity in this game. Alright, so now we just gotta start supplying things to this machine. In the short term, I'm just trying to make 100 of these, so maybe some of this I'll just feed from boxes, and I can figure out belts later if I decide to mass produce. So for plastic, I need 45 plastic per minute. I don't know how much I'm getting from here. It's delivering 60 on this belt type. I'm not going to think about it too hard, honestly. Why don't we just upgrade this to a Mach 2 belt that delivers 120 resources. Like so. And then right here we'll split it. Where's my conveyor splitter? Nope, we'll split it right at the last sec here. And this can just be a Mach 1 belt. So if I can't reach that, can I? Whatever, it can stay a Mach 2 for all I care. Well, no, because then that makes the distribution uneven. Let's try a little bit harder to remove it. You... Oh, I wasn't in demolish mode. Just trying to get... No, you're not going to let me? Let's try just giving ourselves a little bit more space. Pop that on there. This can be a Mark 1 belt. Yep. And this is going to continue to be a 2. Yep. Now we'll have a belt of 120 that splits into 2 belts of 60. Wait, that's not what I meant to delete. I meant to delete this. And now this can come along to here. And then that goes right in there. There's our plastics. That's first thing delivered. It only needs 25 circuit boards a minute. We're delivering 60, but that's fine because we're going to split again to construct. It needs 45 plus a minute. We're going to split this again to get, what was it, circuit boards constructing. Cable and screws we can just deliver from boxes for now. Let me just get 2 boxes going here. And then we're going to get a constructor for circuit boards. Does that connect? Is that lined up proper? Yep. Okay. This is going to be our screws. And then we need cable as well. Same deal. It's probably not going to line up 2 in a row like that, is it? No, it's not. We got to back this guy up. that. That might work. Still no? Really? Conveyor belts are so fussy in this game sometimes. There we go. Very nice. This will be cable. Although I want to go get more cable and not just not have any cable on my person. Why are these things not going into the machine? Is it because it's not powered? I need at least 2 more machines over here, so I should extend a new power pole out, like so, and then connect that. Excuse me. Oh, right, I don't have any cable on my person, because I am a bonehead. Let's go right here. And down to my central common items that I grab hub. And let's grab a few. How much cable do we need to make? We need a bunch of goddamn cable, aren't we? Let's do this real quick. Trying to make 100 computers. Right, need 900 cable. I forget how much I gave it, but I'm just going to bring 900 up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 1,000. Plastic we have up there. We're going to need way more screws. I might just start constructing screws rather than boxing them in. How many screws do I get from a single rod? We get 4 screws from 1 rod, so calculator 5,200 divided by 4. We need 1,300 rods worth of screws. Why don't we just grab 1,300 rods real quick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000, 6, that's 1,200, 1,400. Okay, got enough rods there. And do we need anything else? We got plastics upstairs, we got stuff to make screws. What does circuit boards need? I think it's just plastic and something else. Oh, of course, more... Oh, copper. Right, copper for the little wires. Okay, there should be copper sheets up there. The question is where? Where did the copper sheets live? I do not know. I think it goes down to the basement, right? Hell if I know. We'll figure that out in a minute. There are other supplies loaded. Excuse me. Let me out, please. Okay. We're not going to do this second container. We're just going to feed cable in via box. Get these screws back. Provide 900 cable. 2, 4, 6, 8, 900. Okay. Oh, this still isn't accepting power because I still haven't actually hooked the damn thing up. Now it'll start accepting parts. We got our cable, we got plenty of plastic. We just need to make circuit boards and screws. So screws are simple. We're just going to make a constructor and feed it from a box. I can't put this here without obstructing another input, can I? I'm going to just back this way up is what we're going to do. It's still going to block, isn't it? Can I get from there? To here? Okay, I can... Ugh, it's a mess, but I can get by it. let's do that. And this is going to be in charge of... would steel screws be simpler, or should I... I'll just use rods. Rods are what I already have on hand. Okay, so this needs power as well. And I just need to give it a big box of rods to work with. How many does it need per minute? 10. Okay, that's not many. So we'll just use Mark 1 belt. And I forget how many rods it needed. I think 1,300. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Alright. That's going to provide all the screws we need. And the last thing we need is circuit boards. That's a 2-part thing, so we need an assembler. That'll fit right there. And this pole has one more spot to connect to it. And that is not going to want to connect, is it? Oh dear. Okay, it's super fugly ugly, but it does connect. Gross. Okay, so this is going to make circuit boards, which needs copper sheet and plastic. We're trying to make 100, or not 100, this is going to need, computers are going to need 10 circuit boards each, so we're trying to make 1,000 circuit boards, which means we need 2,000 copper sheets, and then we'll just feed it plastic. So let's go get 2,000 copper sheets, which I think I just have downstairs. Oh, don't hit the jump pad. Okay, let me just jelly real quick. There we go. Alright, where's my copper sheets at? Copper sheets. Alright, I said 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stacks of 200 is 2,000. Here we go. Where am I in the wrong area? I'm in the wrong goddamn area. I need to go over here. Factory has gotten big enough and badly organized enough that I'm starting to lose track of where I do things. Alright, so sheets, and yeah, I'm just gonna give it a box of sheets, don't care. This is not a permanent installation, this is just a mess I'm making. Sure, that box can just get haphazardly thrown right here. Make sure that this connects up. How many sheets do you need per minute? Just 15. Mark 1 is fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stacks of sheets. Perfect. Okay. I'm not sure how many I've actually given it. No, stop it. I'm going to count these so that I don't overproduce, because I don't want to have to store excess product. 7, 8, 9, okay. Exactly 2,000 sheets. Now we can connect. And then we just feed plastic in, which we're going to do by splitting off of here yet again. Put a conveyor splitter right here. That did not connect. Need you to latch onto this. Okay, yes, latch onto this conveyor belt for me. Now we can just like this. Do. Like so. And why aren't you giving me sheets? Why aren't you giving me plastic? What is the problem? What is problem? What's the big idea? That's the input. This is an output. Alright, let me just rerun this real quick. I don't know what's wrong with it. That goes in here. That comes out here. Okay, now it's working. It wasn't actually connected, even though it was splicing through graphically. You're already receiving all the sheets, all the plastic you can receive. Why aren't you receiving plastic? Oh, because you're slow. Okay. That's making circuit boards in a second. I'm gonna overclock some of these to make things go faster. That should be the last ingredient we need to make a computer. 25. Alright, so this is just a box that's got, it's not going to be a speed problem. This is, we got plenty. This we got plenty, although it needs a lot. I think I need to overclock circuit boards and screws. Let's just get 2 of these in here, crank that up. This is going to produce 40 per minute. This wants 130 per minute. It's going to produce 15 per minute. This wants 25 per minute. Well, that's tough. You're going to take 15 per minute. Let's tune this down a little. Save on power. No? You don't want to tune down for me? Please? It's got to produce 1, I think, before we can actually see the speed change. Let's see. 25 divided by, no, 100 divided by 25 times 15 is 60. We want to clock this to 60%. That'll take 15 circuit boards per minute, which is what we're providing. And that means we want to give it 68 screws per minute. Right now we're making 40, 60, 68. Very nice. So this should all run without hitching. And produce computers for us. 1.3 per minute. Not as many as I'd like. I should go get more overclock modules so that we can make this go faster. Here's the front of my base. I keep my overclocks at the hub. Gimme. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see how much we can crank up computer boards, because I think that's going to be our main limiter. 18.75. Really, if I wanted to get this moving, I should just have another circuit board machine. God, this is going to get so messy if I try to do that, though. The floor space is not in our favor. Screw it. Let's see what happens if we just throw one over here. Can that work? I've built it backwards. Oh, thanks for following the Twitch Authority. Let's flip this around real quick and see if we can make this work. Those inputs are kind of accessible. I guess the main concern is, can I get this output merged onto this belt? Oh god, what a mess. I feel like I can make this better. This is kind of a mess right now. A little bit more space efficient, I think. What if I just have this go by, connect this to here, and then I can get a merger right on there, I hope. And then hopefully this will be willing to connect. No? Let's move it a little bit to the right. Still no? You're really going to do me that way? Alright, let's do this. Split the difference. Get a merger perfectly in line with this. That into there. That'll work. That into there. Gosh, these are some ugly conveyors. That into there. Now these should both be able to deliver circuit boards. That back on the line. We just need to move more of this plastic. I've got to get a splitter right here. Splitter, splitter. We're gonna take this and this and this and put a splitter right here. Take that and connect it up. And this is going to make circuit boards as well, and now this just needs its own share of copper sheets. Means we just put another splitter right here. That's not going to line up. Right here, rather. No, are you serious? Bruh. Alright, I'm going to stand right here. And put it right in front of me. There we go. Now these need to go here and here. There we are. These copper sheets that I don't know how many I picked up. Let's just make sure we have enough. I'm gonna end up with some extra circuit boards because of that, but whatever. This just needs power now, which these poles are all tapped out, so I gotta make another one. Not really a great spot to put one. Whatever, we're just gonna throw an interstitial pole right in here. It's a mess and it's hopefully temporary. Move it there. Connect you to this new thing. Alright, now that's building circuit boards. And this is making 18.75 per minute. Let's just overclock this as well. Let's first see what the fastest we can make this take in boards is. 62.5. I am not going to be able to hit that. Let's see, the most we can make is 18.75. My calculator. 18.75 times 2 is 37.5. So let's tune this down to 100. I think it was 15 before. 100 divided by 15 times 37.5. We want to run at 250 speed. That's what I was running at, and it said a different number than expected. How many is it taking in at 100? Get a board over here, please. Hello, hello, circuit board. Circuit board, do your thing. Now it doesn't have enough plastic, god damn it. I have to get more plastic over here. Now You can give me the new number for 100. At least we're not low on screws. Why didn't that give me the new speed? It's 25 per minute at 100%? Okay. So 100 divided by 25 times 37.5. We want to run at 150 speed. So take these back, overclock once. And that means we want to overclock both of the circuit board manufacturers times 3 to hit that target. And now we got to figure out our plastic pipeline problem. Screws, how you doing? How many screws do we need at this rate? I just need one more board so we can get our new numbers. Come on, get in there. I haven't actually seen the animation for this recently. Okay, it's idle again. So 37.5, that's what we expect. We need 195 screws per minute. What's this producing? 68 per minute. Let's crank those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. 100 per minute. So unless I want to build another screw constructor, which I really don't want to, this is probably going to run faster than we want. Let's treat screws as the limiting reagent. So if we go, keep opening new calculators, I gotta reuse. If we go 195, 150 divided by 195 times 100, we should run this at only 77% speed. Okay. That should use 100 screws per minute. For the love of God, just, I need you to run so I can see your numbers update. Come on, let's go. Oh, good lord. This is quality content right here. What kind of computer needs 10 goddamn boards? Like a real computer, you have like a motherboard, a graphics card, a sound card, maybe some little mini boards. That's like 5 boards tops. That's even if we count the small boards as their own thing. Which they're not. They're like small subboards to the motherboard. Alright, so we should see this goes down to like 100. Looks like it's already there. And we want 19.25 circuit boards per minute. So if we divide that in 2, 19.25, no, not multiply. 19.25 by 2. We need like 10 boards per minute from each of these manufacturers. So put that at 134 speed. Which really means I shouldn't have bothered with making a second machine, but whatever. Less overclocking, less power usage. So this should now hopefully run without hitching. Assuming the supplies upstream are not running low, which it looks like the plastic is. It's kind of starved for plastic on this end. What I need to do is... I mean, it looks like there's plenty here. What if I just give it a faster belt? Will that help? I don't know if that's going to actually help, but it's worth a shot. Go, my pretties, go. Also, how much plastic do we actually have coming out of production is the question. Plenty. We are nowhere near running out. Alright, let's just move this whole line faster. Let's see if that helps. Because I don't think... See, this isn't fully using its 60 units per minute. So if we keep this at 2, this can pull more than 60 per minute. I don't know precisely how much, but you can see there's a lot more coming down the chain now. And that should hopefully alleviate the plastic shortage on these 2 machines. Yep, and yep, okay. So now we got plenty. We should have enough copper sheets in this box to last for 100 computers worth. Have we... How many computers have we actually produced so far? How are we doing over here? I really didn't need to use an industrial container for this. Whatever, it's temporary. Up to 14 computers. Alright, so while that's going, that's going to take like another frickin'... Guess we're producing a handful per minute. It's going to probably be like... I don't know. Let's just check it real quick. We don't have to guess. Alright, so it's making about 2 computers per minute. We need like 85 more, so 40 minutes, but whatever. I'm going to go do other stuff. I want to get the power situation improved in the short term. Although I guess it doesn't really matter because we've got a plan to expand it and the battery is holding off any immediate problems. Maybe we should... Do I want to go set up... I think we have enough energy to set up Ethereum, but that doesn't actually help us with power. That's just like more cool gadgets that I want. Let's see. I guess while we're waiting, we could set up heavy mod frames as a manufacturer. I forget what I need to make a manufacturer. Motor, 10 heavy mod frames. Alright, let's just make 10 heavy mod frames by hand so I can get another manufacturer. Add to to-do list. Hang on, let's clear. Why clear my to-do list? Get all those computers off of there. Alright, we want to make 10 heavy mod frames. I need steel and a bit more screws. Okay, so let's go get those things. I think steel should be up here. Yeah, here's my steel works. Where's this spitting out pipes? I need steel pipes. Here's steel pipes. Alright, that covers that. Am I gonna... I want to have some leftover, because this gets used for certain things. Sure. What else? We need screws. And production up here is pretty tapped, so let's jump downstairs and see where there's extras we can pull off the assembly line. We're looking for machines like this where the screws have piled up because they're not being used as fast as they're being made. Which, as much as I thought I had this system optimized, happens in a lot of places. But I've been clearing some of the blockages just because I need screws every so often. I really need to just have a machine just constantly producing them into a box off to the side. I don't have to do this little factory floor walk every time I need more. These machines are actually running pretty efficiently. I should maybe look at a different cluster. Should be earlier machines that are building screws that are not as well optimized. Here we go. And let's just grab one more for good luck. I'm probably going to need more at some point. Oh my god, don't get stuck. There we go. That's plenty. So now we can get ourselves crafting bench down and a modular frame. Just build 10 of these real quick. Handcrafting is the most boring mechanic in this game, but it does help you shortcut a lot of stuff that would be annoying otherwise. You need the mod frames to get the mod frames. That with us. Alright, let's go back upstairs. So we're gonna make another manufacturer. Give ourselves some space from this whole mess. I don't know what my long-term plan for this area is, but for now, it's going to be heavy mod frame construction. Let's just give ourselves plenty of I'm missing motors. Where are motors produced? They're over here somewhere. Where is motor production? I think I've halted motor production because I had more than I was using, and I'm focusing on the statters right now. But here's some motors from previous. Those will be just fine. Back to where I was. Oh my god, this is why I flew over. There's so much junk in the way. Alright, back to what we were doing. Now we can drop down a manufacturer. I'm not going to overthink these placements. And we're going to just plunk down a container right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Heavy mod frames, what do you need? Regular mod frames. We need 50 of these. It wants 5, so 250 regular mod frames. 75 steel pipe. Yeah, these numbers are not that high, so honestly I'm just going to box feed this whole thing because I don't want to think hard. We're going to do it head empty, no thoughts mode. That's got a spot. There we go. Now we just need to feed 4 boxes in. And you know, rather than thinking hard, we're just going to take up more floor space by doing this. Box on the side. Box on the side. Does any of this need more than 60 per minute? The screws do. So for the screws, we're going to do Mach 3. And for everything else, we're going to do Mark 1. I just got to remember that that rightmost box gets screws. Everything else doesn't matter. That goes there. That goes there. This is such a clutch, but it's beautiful in its simplicity. Alright, so now, how much do we need? We want to make... I'm just going to wish list it real quick. We want 50 heavy mod frames. Get our crafting bench down. Rather than thinking about how many and doing multiplication, we can just do this. Add to to-do list 50 times. Alright, that's how many materials I need to put in these boxes. Ooh, 5,000 screws. That's going to be the one annoying thing. Let's go find 5,000 goddamn screws. Jump down here. Jump down here. Ow. Took fall damage because I'm an idiot. Alright, let's start checking these machines for spare screws. Because 5,000 is a goddamn lot. I just start making steel screws real quick, because I think those have higher craft rate. Why don't I just make steel screws? Might be easier than finding 5,000 screws. Which brings me to the question, where are my steel beams at? What even is this box for? Why is it empty? Oh, that's one of the ones I just made. Okay, so Steelworks is... that's copper. Where's Steelworks? Get so lost on the 3rd floor because I don't spend that much time up here. This is making encased beams. Here's Steelworks. Steel beams, okay. Let me ask this. How many steel beams would it take to make steel screws times 5,000? Crafting bench. Maybe I'll just box in the steel beams rather than having to move there. I need to use a constructor to do that, obviously. Alright, so it takes 52? What? 52 screws. Nice! 260 per minute from a single, from 5 steel beams per minute. Okay. So, 50, so I need 5,000 screws divided by 52, which means I need to do this recipe 97 times. So I just need 97 steel beams. Easy. That's less than a stack. I won't even need a box. I can just put the steel beams right in the constructor. So let me just yoink, and we're off to the races. So this was going to be my screws right here. Instead of a box, we're going to have a constructor. Right, excuse me, right here with its output pointed this way. That goes in there. Steel screws. Let me just get 97. How do I do my split stack command? That's not it. Was it Alt? Was it Control? Split stack, right mouse button. Okay, that's not what I want though. I want smart split. I want to be able to get precise with it. How do I? Oh, I gotta hold right click. Okay. 97. Okay. That goes in. I split the wrong thing. Seven goes in here. Fix that. That should make enough screws. 260 per minute, which is more than enough. It needs 200 per minute, and this Mark III belt can move 270 per minute. So that'll work. I just need to get power to this. By finding a power pole that isn't completely tapped. Here, this one. Why not? And that's making screws. Alright, so that screw's handled. Now we just need... Oh, my little sister is calling me. Just get my earbud real quick. Hello, Leah. Why are you calling me? I was gonna maybe go out to the club. Why? Free play? Is that what you think of checking them out? Because that was the one I'd been telling you about. What? I mean, that sounds pretty bougie. I don't know if I'm up for driving to Boston tonight. Eh. Sounds a little ritzy for my tastes. They've called themselves Royale. How is it not ritzy? I guess I'll think about it. I don't know if I'm up for driving to Boston tonight's the only thing. Okay, I'll think about it. I was mainly considering free play because it's like 0 effort for me to bop over to Providence. Well, thank you, Lee. I appreciate the invite at any rate. No promises, but I'll consider it. You know, Yeah, we can. I'm gonna be out next Thursday, so it's gonna maybe stream tomorrow. But then the Thursday after that, me and Mom were talking about doing Fall Guys, so maybe that would be fun. Okay, yeah, so we'll do something like that. All right, talk to you later, Leah. Bye. Where the hell am I going? I do not know where the hell I'm going. Is this... Okay, this is where I was doing stuff. Okay. We need 250 encased industrial beams, so 250. And then we need steel pipe, 750. 2, 4, 6, 750. And then 250 mod frames, 100, 250, and that should hopefully be everything I need to produce my heavy mod frames. And since this is all just feeding from boxes, I'm just gonna crank it up. Oh, the only thing that's not is the screws. So let's see. Yeah, no, we don't want to do 500 screws per minute. We're not gonna have that many. So let's actually, I know we're providing like what are we planning? 250, 220? Can we crank this up to 500 per minute? I think we can, if we overclock twice. How many does it need? It needs 500. Let's just, not to waste power, let's just shoot for 500. Okay. And yes. So this should produce pretty fast, actually. We're going to get 5 frames per minute. This will be done in 10 minutes. Let's go see how our computers are doing. I hear machines powering up and powering down, which is not great, but whatever. They'll be done eventually. This is almost 40% of the way done. Alright, so let's just load our encased beams and our rubber into the hub, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next. So it's going to need 200 beams, 400 rubber, though I should have more than enough. 400 rubber, and I'll start producing again. Industrial beams are over here. 200 beams. Where is the front of my factory? Hub's this way. Now I can also clear my wish list while I'm at it. There's heavy mod frames. There we go. Alright, now we just need the things that are constructing. What are we going to do while we wait? We could start on coal or Catarium. We're already kind of handling the fuel problem, so I'm not going to prioritize coal right now. I'm going to go get Catarium running. Which for that I want a miner Mark II, 5 smelters, and... or no, 6 smelters. Miner Mark II and 8 constructors. Maybe just 7 constructors and overclock one of them. So let's wish list all that junk real quick. Miner Mark II. I'm going to just say the higher estimates just in case. That way I have enough materials. 6 smelters. 8 constructors. Making Catarium wire. Okay. I think I already have all the requisite materials, so let's head to the site. Oh, excuse me, is my alt button stuck? There we go. And we're off. We're going up forward and to the left there. When this wire takes a left turn, we'll follow it. Not this one. This goes to the limestone processing. This one. This is such a fun way to travel. It's just a really good tool because you don't have to like separately install zip lines. You just use the wires that are already part of your factory. It's very good. Oh hey, more food grew. Yes, please. I intentionally built these wires near several barrel nut bushes so that I can just grab them anytime I'm going by. And arrived at the Caterium node. Caterium is really only used to make quick wire, so this is going to be one facility that does that, and then I shouldn't need another one. Let's pick this up. I've got wire marking where this is anyway. Get our Mark II miner down. Where do I want this to output? Over there is fine. Actually, I want to get some foundations down first. Let's just get this placed a little more perpendicular to the power line. Make foundations going like this? Question mark? Maybe a little bit more. I wish I could just point at a thing and rotate it without picking it up. Foundations expanding like this. Okay, so let's get a little higher, please. Is that going to be enough to go over these hills? Let's see. I want this nice and flat up here. No. Let's do one more. One more up. Actually, it only needs to be slightly higher, so we could actually... foundation... Is this a thin one? It's a... No, that's the one we're already using. Maybe if we just go a little bit higher over... I just want to be able to adjust it half a meter up. It's fine. We don't gotta agonize over this. Anyway, let's deconstruct these ones that we're not gonna keep. And we'll start from here. And this will be our main building platform. All the other stuff that I've got wishlisted currently. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to need yet, but it's a good solid start. Alright, so first thing, 6 smelters. If we are using, this is going to make 240 per minute, that'll feed 1 Mark III belt, which we can split into 6. So we just split 2, 2, 2, I guess. Logistics, 270. The thing is, if you split 270, I'm not going to have 270 out, though. It's going to have 240. So we can split 240. We can split the first Mark III belt into 2 Mark II belts, and they'll each hold 120. Then we split again. That'll give us 4 60 resource belts. What if I just did 4 smelters and overclocked them? Let's see how feasible that is. Production, Arium. We want this to take 60 per minute, so I guess if I just did this, my damn calculator, 45 times 1.5, 67. So yeah, it's within the realm of possibility for 1 overclock. So we just need 4 smelters, actually. So let's just get those built first, I guess. How do I want to shape this? I think the easiest will just be to put them side by side. Come on. Side by side in this fashion. With room left for the belting. 2, 3, 4. It doesn't really leave room for the 8 constructors I'm planning on making, but that can expand in this direction, I guess. Then I don't have to go around more corners either. So this just needs to get back up there. This needs to split twice to feed these. So let me get those splitters up first. Like that. Will that work? Yeah, okay. By the time we get here, we should be down to 1 belt of 60, so that can just feed right in. You square, please. Square, please. Yeah, like that. It's still not square, is it? Good enough. Okay, and then we do the same thing over here. Like so. Like that. Now we just gotta feed these two from another splitter. Oh, I feel like I could have done this better. If I had merged from... Okay, yeah, I'm remembering my old tricks here. So instead of pointing it like that, I could totally fit a splitter in between here. We're going to get a splitter here. And we're going to feed in from the side. Can I fit one in between there? It doesn't look like I can. I don't know. Also, have I spaced these unevenly? I feel like I have. I'm just trying to fit a splitter in the middle. No, that's... What if I just... Yeah, I'm just gonna not overthink it. We're gonna just do this the first way I was trying it. Where it feeds in from the back here. That goes in there. That goes in there. Alright, now we're going to use Mach 2 belts to feed these. Let's just get another splitter right here. And that'll feed in from that side. Can this connect? Does this connect? Okay, cool. And that's even squared like I like. Right. And then we get a Mark 3 belt feeding this. That'll bring in 240, 120 this way, 120 that way, 60 to each of these machines. Okay, now this just needs power. All these things need power. And we have power prepared already. Let's just get... this will serve 2 and then go forward. We'll serve these 2 and go forward. And get the poles approximately consistent. And then this will also just go here. Power up these, power up those. Alright, nice. There's our 240 ore per minute. All you guys smelt Deuterium, please. Problem is right now it's only taking 45 per minute, so I'm gonna crank up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. We want to use 60 per minute so these machines don't shut down. So 100 divided by 45 times 60 is 133.3 repeating. Yep, it's going to use slightly less than it's provided. There we go. Copy that. And do the same thing here. If the machine runs too fast and runs out of material, it's actually going to shut itself off, and then it has to go through the startup process again. It's not what we want. We want it to always run and never run out of materials. Right, those are all good. Now we need constructors to take. This is going to make 80 bars per minute. If we have a constructor making quick wire, how many does that want? One of them will take 12 per minute. What's the highest we can go? Of course, it doesn't tell me. So let's see. 12 times 2.5 is 30. What if we just have it take 20? So 100 divided by 12 times 20. We can run it at 166. 166 speed is not great, because then we're wasting a second module to only get 16%. What about 80 divided by 5? 16, if we want them each to use 16 per minute. That's still a very slight intake for using 3 modules, 4 modules, whatever. 80 divided by 12. We would have to build 7. I guess we just build 7 constructors and tune them down a bit. Constructors are cheap. I'd rather just do that than have the power drain increased forever. The problem is, how do I get this many ores to be that many outputs? I'm gonna have to just do some belt fuckery. Let's just first see if we can get these foundations to work. Because I don't like this damn boulder in the way here. Maybe we just build over that. And we just go like this. Can I build a constructor on top of that? Like, does that... No, that's not what we want. Does that work? Can I just cover it up? Yeah, I can. I can just build on top of it and it's whatever. It just doesn't align to the foundation perfectly anymore. Okay, so that rock isn't really an obstacle if we build at this height. So let's do that. And I'm just going to remove all this junk underneath. And no need to waste the concrete. Okay. Cool, cool. Build these out a little bit more. So I guess my first challenge is we have to fit 7 constructors. Oh, do I not have enough cable anymore? I don't have enough cable anymore. Are you serious? Okay, we're gonna go grab a bunch of stacks of cable from home real quick. That's a really annoying thing to run out of. I guess more reinforced iron plates while we're at it. That's, might as well carry full stacks of those. Almost there, almost there. I'm really happy with this big belt I made forever ago, though. I think it looks neat. All these shiny ingots that got processed on site and they're just shipping off to the factory. course, this could be a lot more efficient if I upgraded the belts past Mark 1. I wouldn't need as many belts anymore, but this was made really early game before I had higher value belts. Okay, what am I here for? I'm here for cable, and I was going to grab some steel plate while I'm at it. Do I have reinforced steel plate? Yeah, I do have it down here. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oops. Clumsy. I wish you could zip past utility poles. Like maybe just give the engineer a little animation where they like wiggle past it around the side. Because having to jump over each one is a little bit annoying. Although I suppose it does make this a more active gameplay process, and it simplifies the choosing a direction when there's more than one connection to the pole. So, from a gameplay perspective, it makes sense. I just wish if it's like only one direction to go, it would let you just go through, not get stuck and knocked off. Oops. Same thing with trees that happen to be nearby. Make a best effort to ragdoll over the obstacle as long as I can still hold on to the line. And up we go. Definitely improves travel speed though. Like that would have been a pretty annoying walk before. They'd have to climb up this somehow, like just have a ladder installed. Alright, these machines are already full. We're making 7 constructors. See if we can fit them all. Oh, I know a constructor is about this wide. So 1, 2, 3. I already see it's not going to fit. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, question mark. Maybe that'll be enough space. Let's give it a shot. Temporary platform here so I don't fall off a cliff. 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's all our constructors. They were exactly as wide as expected, which is nice. Now, how am I going to get 4 outputs into 7 inputs is the question. I guess I could just pool them all, and then, but splitting them evenly is going to be a headache, is the thing. If they're each taking 12, and I'm providing 80, it's not going to fully feed 7 times 12. Because 7 times 12 is 84, so one of these will only be receiving less. So let's say we have 80 divided by 2 is 40, divided by 2 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. I have 8 lines of 10. Probably simpler to just have one more constructor like I was thinking before, even though I don't technically need it numbers-wise. Logistics-wise, it gets easier. Maybe let's do that. Make this less of a headache for me. And we can just split like 4 times, 3 times, I forget. That's why we grabbed more material than we thought we needed, so I don't gotta go back to base for this. So each of these is gonna be clocked down to take just 10 input per minute. Each of these is providing 20, so rather than doing a big complicated thing, each of these can split once and go to 2 inputs. Maybe I should back these up a little because it's a little bit cramped, especially with this stuff over here. We can make it work. This can all just be Mark 1 belts, because the most a belt's going to carry is 20. What if I just put... I need to back these up or move them one to the right, huh? I'm standing here, there's 3 off the end. If I'm standing here, 2 off the end. I just get a foundation here that I can build on. So that this miner isn't so in the way. Yeah, it's definitely a little too cramped. I'm going to back these up to the back of their corresponding foundations, because they do have more space back here. Make life easier. Back these up as far as they can go. Three, 4, 5, 6. 1. Now this rock is in the way. Are you for real? 2. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Now we got plenty of space to do logistics. So we can come up here, but at the same time turn to the right. Yeah, turn to the right. We want to feed those 2, and then these 2 are going to come in. Yeah, okay. I got a plan. I just also want to keep right angles because I think they look nice. That's not a right angle, but okay. No, it's not okay. Nothing is okay. Try that again. Okay, that's kind of a right angle. We'll keep it. Now this is going to come to here. Like that. Like that. And now we're just going to get a splitter right here. Like so. Like that. Excellent. Alright, those 2 machines are set. Now I do the same thing right here. But we're gonna go a little bit further. That way we can get next to this belt without colliding. We actually have this be 1 more to the left. Like so. That is a... we'll say that's close enough to a right angle. Okay, that goes in there. And then we just have another splitter here. Does that work? Does that split? Okay, that splits. Excellent. We got 4 out of 8 fed. Now we just got to do something similar for these. What if I just go like this? Oh, that's not even slightly the proper angle. I think maybe we just have this feed directly into a splitter here. Like that. And then... these are not going to be exactly right angles, but I am beyond caring right now. That one probably could be, though. It's easy to do, we'll still do it. Okay. And then that goes to... Nope, not there. That goes to there. So, and then we have one more to do here. You know, wouldn't it kill me to have these splitters actually be horizontally in line with each other, but I'm not going to go back and change it now. It's all willy-nilly all over the place is what it is. I'm out of iron plates. Unbelievable. Alright, so now we need to go get more iron plates from base. God damn it. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. I missed the line and hit the ground instead. Fantastic. While I'm at base, I should check to make sure I have all the essentials and I'm not running out of anything, because it's annoying that I have to go all the way back to base just for frickin' iron plates. And no, I'm not going to stoop to picking up these ingots and handcrafting them. That could have gone better. Are you serious? Okay, fine. I will just use jetpack fuel instead. Alright, let's get all our essentials squared away. Got some of those, got plenty of rods, no big deal. Got plenty of reinforced plates, got... I don't really need to carry that many of these, but we'll top off the stack I already have. We got mod frames, we don't really need copper sheets unless we're doing piping, so I'm not going to bother grabbing them right now. We got plenty of cable. We are surprisingly low on wire. Oh no, we got one stack. Okay, let's just top that off. We don't need... What is this? Solid biofuel. We don't need solid biofuel right now. And we're okay on concrete, right? We got concrete. We got concrete. Alright, back to what we were doing. The old commute again. More limestone here that I don't need right now. Managed to not get knocked off the line by that tree this time. And here we go, here we go. Get this finished up real quick. Also, I need to power all these machines. Right, so that's all got Caterium. Now we need to get power over here. So this is going to power 2 machines. And then over here, 2 more machines. Where am I placing these? I'm placing them right hereabouts. Nope, wrong. I'm placing them here. I need those 2 machines, these 2 machines, these 2 machines, and these 2 machines. Let's wire those up real quick. Yep. Alright, those are all powered. Now we gotta configure them. And then we've got to get all the materials belted back out of this processing plant. So let's first of all build more foundations so I don't fall off the damn cliff. This is where our outputs are going to get manipulated back down to a single belt. There we go. Okay. Alright. And what are we doing? We are going to configure all of these to make quick wire. And we're going to tune them down so that they only take 10 per minute instead of 12. So 100 divided by 12 times 10 is 83.3 repeating. Yep, let's see what that does for us. 10 per minute, splendid. No overclocking required. Actually saving on power. You know, I could just copy settings and then I paste from here, or do I have to select quick wire first? There we go. Saves us a couple copy pastas. And just dump these in here to paste. paste. And paste. Let's just eyeball to make sure these are all running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 8 green bars. Very nice. So each of these is going to produce, good lord, 50 per minute. Calculator. 50 times 8 is 400. Which means I'm going to need 2 Mach 3 belts. I did not expect that. Arguably, I don't need this many quick wire, so maybe I won't bother belting this all home. Maybe I won't bother belting it all right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill a box, and then I'm going to dump the extra in an awesome sink. But for now, how much did I say? Calculator. 50 times 8, 400. So if I do this on 2 belts, it'll be 200 per minute per belt. Let's just see what we can do here. So let's get a conveyor merger here. It's going to output straight out. That. Belt, 1 belt in here, 1 belt in here. I'm going to do 4 of those, and this is going to give me a belt of 100 per minute. So let's just do that a few times real quick. Merger, not splitter. Although, if I made this squared instead of rounded, I could merge with less space, so let's do that. So 6, make this go to the side, and then that goes in here, that goes in here. Okay, and then we do another one just like it right here. That goes here. Move that. That goes here. Now we get another merger in between the two. Not 2 of them. And that is off center and going to drive me insane, so let's fix that. God damn it. Let's fix that real quick. Where's the damn output? Output's facing me, I think. Output this way, input there, and there. So this is gonna get, it's gonna be, wrong piece. This is gonna be 100 per minute, so let's use belt 2. Make sure that's working. Excuse me. So this belt is 4 machines. It's going to be 200 per minute, so I should make it a Mark 3. But it is collecting from, I believe, all of these spots, importantly. So let's just make that on the other side to get these other Mark 4 machines involved. Like so. This is gonna output to this side. Okay, put you right there. Is that in line? That's in line. But it's in the wrong spot. We need it right here. Not here. God damn it. These fiddly work. There we go. Why is that belt super ugly? Try that one more time. No, it's fine. It's whatever. Into here. And then that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. And this needs to be centered, so let's back up to here and make sure it is. And these are 100 belts, so they need to be a Mark II. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So now, I guess we're gonna merge these two. I'm already thinking I'm gonna throw the extra in an awesome sink. What the hell is that thing over there? Hang on. Oh, it's one of those unidentified objects that doesn't do anything yet. I don't feel like fighting flying crabs for it. I don't have a belt that can hold all 400 of these at once, is the only thing. I'm tempted to just throw half of them in a sink, or all of them in a sink, and just store a bunch to a box. You're gonna need two separate sinks, I guess. Sinks are relatively cheap, aren't they? Okay, yeah. So I think we do central box storage here, and then anything that doesn't fit in the box goes to a sink. So let's try... Or no, I'd like the stuff I'm boxing to be more accessible from the front. Because ostensibly, if I'm coming over here to get quick wire, I'm going to be coming like right here. Maybe... No, that's not what we wanted. Come back. Maybe we make this more accessible. Like this. Yeah, I guess. Make this a little bit more pedestrian friendly. These are cheap. Better than falling off a cliff and having to eat healing items. And so you come up here and maybe even these are shallow ramps instead. No, whatever. We come over here and we have just a couple big industrial boxes that the belts feed into. Where's my storage? Industrial storage. Okay. Remind me how much... Okay, yeah, that's more than enough for... I don't think we need more quick wire than that. Put this guy right here. And we'll just run the two outputs into here. And then have a slow alternate output that comes off of it and goes into a sink for once the box is full. So let's see here. Let's just start simple and get just the output to the box. These have got to be 3s because of how much stuff they're handling. Alright, that's looking good. And then we're going to get a ladder on top of this. Where's my ladders at? Ladder. Stackable conveyor pole. It'll live right there. And another one over here. And this is going to go on top. There's a player in the way. It's me. I'm in the way. Okay, so it's just going to go on top, and that's going to go right into the boxes as well. Right angle, but it also goes up. Very nice, very elegant. I like it. So you're going to go across the floor in the same fashion as the other one. And then you're going to stay at ground level until we get to here. What's the steepest we can make this without clipping? These are all 3s, right? Yeah. Now you can go into the box just the same. And that's filling up quite nicely. Very nice, very nice. So now eventually this box is going to fill, and we're going to need somewhere else for the extra to go. What we're going to do is we're going to siphon off just a little bit to some sinks right here that will throw away the items and give us points for them, which can be used to buy stuff. Eventually the points become worthless, but you can use this to avoid your factories completely halting in the infinite span of time that they will be running. How are we doing on power? I haven't checked that in a while. Let's check that real quick. We're definitely going over capacity a few times, but that's what the battery storage is for. Once we get fuel power generators up, this will cease to be a problem for a long time. I've been streaming for well over 2 hours. Once I finish up Caterium and expanded power infrastructure, I might call it for the day. But first, where are we putting sinks? I need 2 sinks. One of which is going to come from there, one of which is going to come from here. So let's get our foundations brought down. Starting here, I guess. Why is that clipping by default? Oh well. Here, let's just lower this up a bit. That should be perfectly a good spot for a couple sinks. A little bit more surface area to work with, and then let's build some sinks. Awesome sinks can take input at any speed, but that's limited by how fast our belts can feed into them, so yeah. How does that look from the back? I could maybe scoot it forward a little, but it's fine. And then if we put another one right here, I forgot how frickin' big these things are. Get as much space as I can on this without encroaching. Alright, that fits, whatever. So now we just gotta split off of here. But we don't want to split half of it, we want to split like a fourth of it. Just get a more convenient way to get up and down here. That should connect, right? Not quite. There's a simple way to extend conveyor poles downwards. That ladder is perfectly positioned for what I need already. Alright, so I need to split once, and then the way taking 1/4 off a belt works sucks because you gotta split twice and then merge. So I could split here and then again here and then merge here, I guess, if the sink doesn't get in the way. This is a lot to think about. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick because I can't do all this at once. Oh, the cat is in the cat spot. There's my boy. What have you been there, bud? Alright, I'll be right back. Oh. Alright. Okay, back to what I was doing. How many wire are we up to? I feel like it's already a lot. Yep, that's why you don't handcraft these. Alright, I'm not going to overthink it because honestly this box is going to fill up so much faster than I'm going to use it. I'm just going to do a single splitter on each of these and throw half the wire in the sink. Because what's going to happen in the long term is this box will be... Motherfucker. This box will be completely full and everything is going to go in the sink. So why should I sit here agonizing over a 2-splitter 1-merger system when the end result is the same? So let me just get my splitters out. Where the heck? 5. Here's a conveyor splitter. And we're just gonna put one right here. this is 400 a minute. So, no, that's 200 a minute. We need to be able to handle 100 a minute. Mach 2 is fine. Excuse me. Although eventually this is going to be, all of this is going to come down here. Too steep? How's it too steep? Fine, I'll do a frickin' escalator. Eventually all of the resources are going to come to the sink once the box is full, so let's do Mach 3s down here. We can do Mach 2s upstairs, because they're only ever going to contain... I need to power this. They're only ever going to contain 100 at a time. Where can I grab power from? Bring it over here. That has 4. That one's only got... I guess we just grab off that one again since we're done after this. Yeah, and then I can even do all this without clipping. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so on the other side of this splitter, we're only getting 100 through, so this can be a Mark II belt instead of a Mark III. Mark II. I do each separate piece. Mark II, Mark II, make that less expensive. And now we just do the same thing for the other one. Right here at the bottom. So let's just get a splitter on there. And then we're gonna need a Mark III lift. And it's encroaching clearance because of course it is. Okay, let's move you. And put a splitter here instead. There, lift 3. Get that right there. And let's put that conveyor pull back just for aesthetic reasons. Or we could alternately say that this box is supporting it, whatever, it looks the same. Alright, throw half of those away. And now this over here can become Mark IIs. 2 and 2. Double check my work. 2, 2. 2, 2. 2. And then over here, this should all be 3s. 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. Now we're printing coupons. And yeah, we got shit moving. Now, what was the next thing I needed for the matter analyzer? Because I feel like it wanted Caterium. It wants 100 Caterium wire, so let's just grab that real quick while we're here. In fact, let's grab a few stacks in case we need them later, since we're not going to bother trucking these back home or anything until we find that we need a bunch of them later. Let's research that. And now we got 3 new things to research. Blade runners, they make you fast. I can make that right now. AI limiter, that's needed for advancement. Power poles, Mark II, that has, I think, more nodes on it, right? So I don't have to do as many goofy, complicated networks. Let's get that real quick. That's going to take 5 minutes, so we'll do the rest of this later. 100, 200, smart splitter. Does it sort the items for you? That would be neat. Alright, well I've got plenty of wire on me for later. So, we can leave here for now. And that's it. Caterium is up and running. So let's head home and check on how our heavy mod frames and computers are doing. Ow. Here comes that tree I always have to touch. I should really move this wire or cut down that tree. Having to jump around it every time I visit this plant is annoying. Pretty. Oh, god damn it, I always miss that one. Wouldn't kill me to take the ladder for once, I guess. Blade runners just go in the body spot. Kind of annoying. I hope you can upgrade to get more than one body spot. So what's the point in faster move speed if you can't also have your jetpack? It was like Blade Runner should be earlier game. I think they are, and I just researched things in a weird order. It looks like this machine is done doing everything. Question is, this machine done doing everything? Seems to still be doing stuff. How many computers do we have? 89% there. 90% of the way there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see how our heavy mod frames are doing. Over here and everything just going into box lands. Okay, 82% of the way there. So those are chugging along. This is already as overclocked as it can get, right? Let me check my notes. Well, anything else we want to do while we wait? I don't want to just stand around here for 5 minutes. Process Caterium on site. Yeah, that's done. Oh, Apricot's being so cute. Work on Mam Caterium chain. Yep, I'm doing that. I would like to solve the mystery of why my capacity doesn't stay steady at 12. Because that's really jaggy and annoying. It just occasionally has these little drops. Why does my consumption frequently go so high now? Yes, technically if every machine was active at once, it would be almost at 2,000. But these are all hard problems that I don't need to solve. If I just get my power production way higher, then this becomes a non-issue. There's no reason why I should be worrying about it when I could just be solving it. This is such a mess. I'm going to have to disassemble these manufacturing lines and just completely redo them at some point. Ugh. I guess I could go work on getting my coal updated, because all those need to become tier 2s at some point, those miners. Where's my packager? I want to actually look at the animation for what the packager does. Hello. kind of messy, honestly. Because like all the liquid goes in this tank and then it puts them in the packages. I guess that's it's neat how all the little animations on the machinery like actually reflect what the machine does. Why'd you stop? Need more plastic, huh? Here, that should be plenty for you. This done making screws. I guess this made all the screws it needs to. Here, you have some plastic too. Pick up the pace a little. It's clearly we caught up with the buffer of plastic that was already produced. This box is probably empty now. Yeah, that's the problem, is we've been running 3 machines with this plastic cache, and now the cache is run dry, so it's just what we produce being used as we produce it. In that case, let me just... No, I do want to keep some of this on my person. There's things I'm constructing now that want plastic. But that's probably why the computers aren't already done yet, because the plastic kind of ran out. We just need 8 more. I should literally just handcraft them at this point. It's fine. I'll let the machine do its job. Maybe I can start fiddling with my coal while we wait, and we'll come back and do this stuff in a minute. Right now we got 16 coal generators down here. We want to double... We want to make like 24 more, because that's how much we could get 360 more coal per minute off of our existing lines by increasing the miners to Mark II from Mark I. They'll get twice as much coal. We've got like 4 normal veins and 1 pure vein, so that's a lot that we're not really tapping right now. I'm just not looking forward to the logistics of doing all that and like where we're gonna build it. Where space-wise am I gonna put 24 more coal generators? That's my first concern. Yes, we have a fair amount of empty space over here where more could go. Kind of like need to be next to the existing ones, but that's probably going to be tough luck. Plus we're running a lot of junk across this river, so I don't really want to have to also put water extractors there. This feels like a project for next time, because it's a lot bigger than I want to deal with at the very end of a already 2.5 hour stream. Thinking maybe I'll use that body of water and build the new power plant here, because it's going to be 50% larger than this one, and yeah. This is already rather compacted. Like if we look at the design on this sucker, here's how we can kill time. Let's just go review what we already have. If you look at the design on this sucker, I really did not leave a space in the center channel. When I had to route all the pipes and conveyor belts, it was an absolute tangled nightmare, and I was just barely able to make it work. But had there been any less space, it wouldn't have. Like the coal comes in here, it goes in that splitter down into 2 elevators, which then go into more splitters, which go into more splitters, which go into all these generators all next to each other, cramped together. If I had just left more space in the middle, this could have been far less of a headache. But, I mean, it looks cool, but it took way longer to build than it should have, and it was just such a hassle. So, next time I'm going to leave, like, 3 or 4 foundations of space in between, rather than making my life a living nightmare. Because this is all way too dense, and I don't want to deal with this again. I might make it so that it's like, rather than having one row feed generators on both sides, I'll have one row feed generators on one side, and then I just do 3 rows, and each row will be 8 generators. That's how we'll get to 24. And then it doesn't got to be this cramped, because we're only going off to one side. But yeah, I'm tempted. My urge to compact things as tightly as possible, even if it makes my life miserable, is telling me that I want to do 2 rows like this again and just put 12 on each side, but I know that's a terrible idea and I shouldn't do it, so I'm going to restrain myself from doing so. That would be a nightmare to build, logistically speaking. You just roar at me, sir? I think that might have been one of the machines. I don't think those things actually make any aggressive sounds whatsoever. I didn't quite have enough jetpack to reach that. Okay, let's try it from here. Jetpack only lets you use 1 fuel canister at a time, then it makes you land. You can't just bring 1,000 fuel and fly forever. Because they don't want you to completely trivialize the terrain by having a jetpack. They want you to be a little bit strategic. Okay, we just need 1 more computer. For the love of God, please. Just make the last computer. Here we go. Here we go. 99 computers. And after this, I'm going to stand by the machine so it stops wasting power. Because we're done with computers. If there happens to be materials left over, there shouldn't be. There we go. 100 computers. Are you still manufacturing circuit boards? Because don't. And you. No more circuit boards. Knock it off. Alright. So I think that's all of that handled. Do I have any other construction stuff here? This was being fed by 2 assemblers and 1 constructor. Which this is out of materials anyway, because it's just being fed from a box. Alright, let's see how our heavy mod frames are doing. We're up to 47. Yeah. Why are you idle? Do you need screws? Have some screws. But this, why is this not feeding it the screws it needs? Oh, because it wasn't going because other stuff? Question mark. All these other boxes should be empty now, I think. Because all the stuff we need to process should be like in here. Which that should be the last one, I think. And by this. I might come back and deconstruct these later, but I don't feel like thinking about it right now. No need to leave perfectly good screws here, though. Alright, this should be 50 heavy mod frames. Looks like I did my math correctly. Let's go turn these in at the hub. And then we can get our fuel generators built. And I managed to miss that grab. Good job, Zach. Sort my barrel nut stack together. Have a meal because my health is low. I need to go scavenging for food at some point. Because I am getting kind of low. And I don't want to just keep eating everything I have here. I want to save some of this to make medical inhalers. Those are a better healing item. Alright. Pack it, ship it, send it off.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed. Deuterium scanning unlocked.
Oh god damn it. I did all that bullshit with tier 3 belts and now I have tier 4. I could have just done it in one belt. Yeah, okay. It'll make things easier in the future. I just did, where is it? This, which gets me belts and lifts. I already had this. But this is the main thing I care about. Consuming the extra fuel to make more power. What am I doing next? Don't care about gas mask. Don't care about monorails or tier 2 pipes. I guess my next thing is space elevator phase 3. Let's go activate that just to see what it consists of. Here's my shortcut to the space elevator. I should really build more hypertubes because I got the tech and everything and I've only made one hypertube. Makes things a lot faster when you've got it set up already. Alright, space elevator. What do you want from me? Versatile frameworks, which are just steel and mod frames. Mod engines, which are just engines and rubber. Oh, this is what was holding me up. I needed rubber for these engines. I do not know how to make those weird plates. And I needed computers for this, which is like... I need to make 200 more computers. God damn it. This requires a lot of weird parts. So I'm gonna go figure that out next time. I'm not doing that right now. For now, we're gonna go make some energy. We're gonna make some fuel burners to get our energy problem handled. I really wish I had built those tubes lower from the ceiling so you could actually get a better look at the factory as you go over. Anyway, let's go get... You know, I cramped all this manufacturer crap in here, but what I really should have done is saved the space for where my fuel generators are going to go. Because... This is, I guess the packaged fuel is coming in here. And I can just make a temporary, just more temporary junky garbage. I can make a belt come down from here, I guess. Can I do that? Oh, good lord. We could do something fucky where it goes up and over. But for now, let's see how much capacity a... No, that's not what we want. A fuel generator. I need to get some more random junk before I can build one of these. Let me just look it up on the wiki before I even bother trying to build it. Giant freaking generator too. So it's not going to be permanently installed here. I'm probably going to bring the fuel down off to the side. Consumes fuel to generate electricity for the power grid. Has a pipe input so the fuel supply can be automated. Alright, so I can just not even package the fuel that I'm going to burn, which is much better. This is one reason why better pipelines would be nice, because then I can put more fuel in there at a time. Fuel energy values. So just burn as however much fuel you give it. Fluid per minute. Clock speed 100 will take 12 meters cubed per minute and output 150 milliwatts per minute. That's like nothing. I could overclock it and make it burn 24.28 meters to the third per minute. I guess I'll overclock it, but that's still not actually using that much fuel. Ideally, I want to build like a couple of these, it sounds like. because one pipeline can carry 300 meters cubed per minute, and I don't know how much I'm producing, but I should just... I'm producing 40 times 4? Or 40? I guess 40 times 4 for 120, so one standard pipeline worth. But essentially I could have 10 of these generators run off of that. But if I'm packaging half of it, although eventually the box of packaged fuel is going to fill up and I'll be burning all the fuel. So I really need to be able to figure out how to split the pipeline into what, like... If I overclock them all to take 24, then I could use 5 of them to burn all that. Oh, but I want to have the capacity to burn all of it, but I'm only going to burn half of it to start with. Because I should plan for the future where this box is totally full. In fact, I could make that happen now by consolidating it. Yeah, we should build 5 of these. Which means we need 25 more computers. God damn it, and 50 more mod frames. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do right now is... The thing is, though, I can't even produce computers quickly because we don't have that much plastic anymore. Like, yeah, the buffer's starting to rebuild now that the computer production is halted, but this is not a sustainable way to make computers and heavy mod frames long term. I'm just going to keep needing them. It's starting to feel like I need to make an entirely new factory, which I'm not going to frickin' do today. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to wishlist everything, and we're going to let Future Zach worry about this stuff, because it's starting to feel like a lot. So, where is my crafting bench? We want heavy mod frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50. Okay. And we want computers. 25. That'll let us make 5 of these generators. Motors, rubber, quick wire, modular frames, and steel pipes we already have. Alright, so we're going to take some notes real quick. Let's see here. Finally have fuel gens unlocked. Need materials. Build 50, 25 computers, 50 heavy mod frames. I guess once plastic builds back up, I'll be able to make computers at a decent clip, and I only need 1/4 as many this time. Should maybe restart motor production. Need better long-term solution for these. Build new power plant with 5 fuel gens, because we already have enough packaged. Just burn all fuel. Alright. And have so much packaged. Probably just sink a bunch. Or maybe I start an unpacker. Yeah, get an unpacker feeding fuel gens. Question mark. And I'm gonna let Future Zach worry about all these things, because right now I am Satisfactory'd out. So, yeah, that was a whole thing. we have our new unlock, I'm gonna call it for this time. As Zuzu runs behind the computer 50 times. Thank you for watching, if you did watch, and you have a good evening.